Hey, Papa Smurf, how you doing there? Good to see you, brother. It's been a long time. Kate, welcome to the show. Lost, hey, Lost, good to see you. Hope you all like my new promotional media release on TikTok, the Crop Circle. And you're going to see more of that. Pink Justice, user 124, welcome to the number one spiritual UFO talk show here on social media, Encounters. And I've been really active on my Facebook, promoting on Facebook, where I started in 2009. I have my two Ashtar groups there. I run a few groups on Facebook, and I'm really pushing the show on Facebook a lot. I'm pushing what I do. I want people out there, the larger part of the conferences and UFO community, to know what I do, who I am. So I'm really pushing it. I've decided I'm just going to go for the gusto and make myself really out there. Sakaro, good to see you. Starman, welcome to the program. If you're new here, this is where you want to be. Whether you're coming from Facebook or X or wherever it is, Twitter, this is where you want to be. Hey, Linda, good to see you. So just to give some new people a background, I am definitely a contactee. I don't channel anything. I have communications with my space family. On this show, we love to interview people about their stories in terms of what's going on. I'm only one show down that I think I have to get downloaded. I'll download that tonight and then the show tonight, so I won't build up any downloads, any backlogs on my shows here. My shows can be found, all the shows, hundreds of them, on Encounters on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. So if you want to watch every single show from the last 5 years, you can go. You're going to spend a lot of time eating popcorn. You can do that. Hey, Leica, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Sandy, we welcome everybody here, and it's just a good place to be. So our goal is to get to 100,000 likes by 1 a.m. So this is 11 o'clock is when we start, and we'll go till about 12:30 or 1. So Sissy says, so there won't be any, there's not going to be any spaceship over the World Cup tomorrow. I spoke directly to Amanda and Robar off planet from the Ashtar Command, and there'll be no such thing happening that the psychic predicted. I don't predict anything. I just tell you the truth. I can tell you from talking directly to my space family off planet through the communication link up, there will be nothing happening in Brazil tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, there'll be nothing happening unless somebody creates a CGI fake video. There'll be nothing happening in Brazil. So anybody on YouTube, Facebook, or here or anywhere else on social media apps that thinks something's happening tomorrow, I will tell you right now, as host of the program here, nothing is going to happen tomorrow. I'm glad to clarify it. You're going to get real cosmic truth here. I know all about the psychic prediction, and the psychic's absolutely, with all due respect to the psychic that's predicting this, they are absolutely incorrect. JC Essence, welcome to the program, and welcome everybody here. We welcome you to Encounters. This is if you're new to the program, we've been here for 5 years, going on by next month, 5 years and 6 months on TikTok. Through all the changes, we've still been here. This is where we're supposed to be, and this is where our show is, where everyone goes to Red Note or whatever other applications people tried to pull people out to. We stuck it out here. We're still doing our program here, and we're also on Facebook. And I also have a Twitter X account, which I've not been active on, but I'm going to start pushing what I do on X to reach out to the X Twitter audience, and I'm really going to push it. I've decided this is it. Enough of the misinformation out there. People need to watch this program. Watkins Wade, good to see you. Good evening. Dora the Explorer, I like that. That's a good one. What you want? Thank you for the heart. Vintage, good to have you with us. Absolutely, Vintage. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For many years, I've been on TikTok and X, or now Twitter. I've seen many things. A lot of things happen that never happened, and I think it's time for people to know the truth. Empower, I believe in UFOs. We're glad to have you with us, Empower. And what you're going to learn here is that the UFOs are not really the most important thing. It's what is out there, which is the intelligence in the universe, in the multiverse. Yeah, me too, you know? Too many lies, too many misinformation things on all the social media platforms. And, I just came back from a great conference in South Dakota. I spoke regarding the Ashtar Command back in June, early June, and it was a great conference out in South Dakota, the Star Knowledge Conference. I support that 1,000%. It was really very beautiful. And so I have been a speaker. I've written no books, although I'm thinking of slowly putting together a book of pictures, of images from my space family that will create, and the images are going to be the story. And Andrew Nesbitt, good to see you. So we're going to create hopefully a book slowly. And if I do get it, we hope to self-publish some sort of a book, maybe 100 pages of pictures that will actually connect with people on a very deep level, so we'll see. That's something I'm going to think about working on. Shark Skin, welcome. Vintage 123, if you're leaving, bye. Good to have you with us. HT, thanks for joining the program. We have no idea what's going to happen. We never know. The one thing about this show is it's unpredictable. Everything is spontaneous. Light from the stars. Good to see you, sister. Good to have you with us. And Barbie Bart in Virginia. Good to have you with us, Virginia. All the people coming out here. So much is going on in the disclosure movement in Washington. And there's so many people interested in what's happening out there. It is a good thing that the public is seeing more of this. It might not every day be on the national media, but a lot of the cable networks are doing little stories here and there regarding it. Plane-like ships are flying over me so much. We should get some updates from you, Lights from the Star, and maybe you can come on tonight. And I'm hoping my camera works. It's working for me, but I've been cleaning out my storage. Sometime this new month, I should be getting a new phone. Sometime before the end of July, which will be good, and then people will be able to see my guests. Is it even possible for physical beings to travel light years? Yes, absolutely, Shark. They can travel anywhere they want. They're more advanced. The ones in the higher frequencies or higher dimensional levels, they can travel anywhere they want. The ones in the lower frequencies that have spaceships cannot travel everywhere. They can only travel within this particular dimension, but those from a higher frequency can actually travel wherever they wish to do, wherever they want to go. And it's 11:02. We're just essentially came on a few minutes early. We should be getting over 100 plus people in here. Please share, like. If you're not following us, you're here for the first time. Welcome to one of the oldest shows, or at least in the last 5 years and 5 months, here on TikTok. And we are a show, so we don't have like a bunch of people on here yelling at each other, arguing with each other. I do interviews with people, and I'm also a contactee with positive extraterrestrial intelligence. I don't deal with low-level ETs or any of that stuff. I leave that stuff, out the window somewhere else. Shark, thank you for following us. Maria Music, welcome. Jack Karuba, welcome to the show. Alexander, welcome. Rick from Grand, welcome, Rick. Serge, welcome to the program. Everybody coming in here, you're getting in here just in time. We came on just a few minutes early. Gary, welcome to our program here on Encounters. Good evening, Nikki Bren. Good to see you. Gain knowledge. I like that, Good to have you with us here. All the good people out there throughout TikTok. We're going to make sure we invite people. I have my own list of people here too. So we're going to invite more people here to the program and see who's out there. Let's see. Sissy Marie, I had a visit from 2 very large white female individuals. One had a baby in her arms. Sissy Marie, I think I'm going to have to follow you. Sissy Marie, can you come on the program? I am praying that you can come on here. I'd like to, Andrew, I have beings, orbs that visit Andrew Nesbitt, I'm going to follow you too, brother. And I want to get Sissy on first and then Andrew to come on if you can. Sissy, let me see if I can bring you on here. And again, I just want to go over the protocol of the program. It's great to have you with us. So you have to be over 18, no kids on the show, no vaping on or off screen, no smoking on or off screen, no drinking on or off screen, no drunks on or off screen, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics, no bots, no negative comments. I think I covered it all, and no kids. So I'm going to try to bring Sissy. I'd like to hear your story. I had a visit from two very large, very white female individuals. One had a baby in her arms. I've got to hear this story. Press the save and accept button, and we'll bring you on live here on Encounters. Sissy, come on. We'd love to have you on the program tonight. There's some really interesting stories being typed in on the comments here, and we'll see if we can get Sissy on here. Is Sissy still with us? Let's see. I don't want to show my face. Oh, so you don't have to show your face. Just come on audio. You don't have to turn the camera on. You can keep the camera off. It'll just show your profile, but no, you won't be on live on the screen. So we can keep your face off the screen. No visuals of you live. I mean, if anything, we'll just see a little picture like we see here on the camera. It's not going to be you live. So I promise we won't put you on an actual physical thing where you're moving around and people see you. I guarantee it. Well, I know you're here, but we definitely want to get your stories. So I like to interview people, and if you come on the show, you don't have to turn your camera on. So you praise the save and accept button, but don't touch the camera. Just come on screen with your audio, and that's all we get is your audio. Annabelle, thank you for the follow. And our moderators can just tell you that we do honor that. If you don't want to come on physically with a live camera, you can just come on audio by accepting the live button there. If you've never been on live, it's real simple to do. Let's see what's going to happen tonight. Because I see some really good stories. I don't want people tell their stories on typing. I want to bring people on the screen. I mean, in terms of on the camera, you don't have to come on the camera, just the voice. Thank you, Andrew. Good to see you, and hopefully you'll be back. So can our moderators kind of let Sissy Marie know that we won't put her on camera? My moderators are really good, and they can explain it to you here on our program. Let's see what happens. Welcome to the show, and we're just getting started here. We might have some interviews tonight. We like to interview people's stories, but I've got to do it on live. It doesn't mean you have to come on camera. Kyle, welcome to the show. Albert Moses, welcome to Encounters. We're just getting started at 8 minutes after 11 p.m. on the East Coast here, broadcasting worldwide. Good evening, Kyle. Good to have you with us here. Anna C., welcome. Lynn 948, good to see you, sister. Was trying to get Sissy to come up here off the camera, just on audio. We might be pulling teeth on this one, I think. I'd like to hear a story. Yeah, it's too bad we won't be able to do that. Lynn, thank you for the heart. Terry Robinson, welcome to the show. Oh, I'm totally amped up, Jersey. I decided I'm going to take Monday nights off from now on, just to take a break. Hello, Dallas. So Mondays are going to be my night off, and then we'll be on here through Sunday, primarily at around 11 o'clock. So yeah, I'm amped up. You know, it's good to take a night off. It regenerates me. So Monday's a good time for me not to be on here. And, you know, I've been doing the show for so long, I just figured that'd be a good thing to do. And don't be afraid to come on here and tell your story. We're not going to bite you. I promise we won't. We're not, zombies here. We're not biting anybody. If you come up, if you don't want to be on camera, just come up. You'll be on audio, and we'll just do it that. We've had people that want to come on camera. Fine. If you don't, you come up on live. You're just on audio. So if you've never been on live before and you're worried about whether people are going to see you, they don't have to see you. You can just hear your audio. That's why you have a microphone on your TikTok when you go on live. You don't have to press the camera. You can stay off camera. BBD, good to see you, Son of God. Good to see you. We'll see if we can entice any people to come up and tell their stories. And sometimes I think there's a little bit of fear that if you come up, you're exposing yourself to the world. Well, you are. I mean, just even commenting, you're exposing yourself to everybody else, I'm going to see that movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I am so hyped up to see it. I'm hopefully going to see it between now and the weekend at our local theater here. So I want to see it. Then I can give some feedback about the movie, which I'm really excited about. So have you seen it, Dallas? Have you seen the movie yet? Oh, you saw it? You watched it, Lights from the Stars? Yeah, I'm so ready to see that movie. I just haven't gone to the theater yet. Lynn, what did you think of it? Oh, it was very good, Nikki? Yeah, I know. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And I definitely want to see how Spielberg, how this came about by watching it. I think it's probably, I got a feeling it's a good thing because I think a lot of people, just like all his great movies he's created, it will wake people up to the realities of that there's something out there, that there's actually intelligence out there, which I think is very important, Concerned parent, welcome. The light beings wouldn't do something like that. They are their spaceships are created through consciousness. The light beings, light from the stars, and I know many of the beings that you're in touch with, their ships are created through consciousness. My star family, their ships are created through consciousness. The lower vibrational beings, their ships are not created through consciousness, but the ones in the higher frequencies, their ships are created through consciousness. Hello. No pun intended. Scott Lyons, welcome to the program. Good to have everybody coming in here. If you're being watched by your cosmic family. So that's a beautiful thing. So you're at a very high frequency. So just like me, my family, they are very protective. Your star family is very, very much connected with you, as I know from interviewing you. Sometimes it's me. The conference was great. Star Knowledge was excellent. And there were a lot of good people there. I met so many beautiful people in South Dakota. It was a great experience. CDW, welcome to the program. And let's see here. And we're seeing if we could, I just pressed the invite button to Sissy Marie, who's quietly standing by. So Sissy, like my moderator said, you can come on audio. You don't have to do any visuals. Just speak on audio like I'm speaking. Now I can come on camera because I have to, but you just would come on audio if you come up here. But I think it's hard. We're going to have a hard time getting Sissy up here. Cryptic Holistic, that's Sissy, good evening. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I am excited to have you on here. I just feel you have such an important story to tell. Is this your first time watching the show?
No, I've watched it a couple times.
Oh, good. So, like I said, you don't have to be on camera. Tell us a little bit about yourself and when you started. Tell us about the story that you're mentioning in your comments. I'm very fascinated by that.
So, I've had experiences my whole life with several different things, not just, I guess you could call it alien life. It's like something has tracked me my whole entire life.
Yeah.
But this particular uh, time. Um, I mean, they were large. They just literally walked through my door, and they had to dip their head to get down through the door.
Oh
And
my God.
the craziest thing about any of this is there was other people in my living room, and it's like time stopped. It was the craziest thing. So the tallest one had to be probably 7 foot tall,
Oh wow.
and the shorter one was probably 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
were very white, very tall, and the shorter one was carrying a baby.
And you said they
And
were female, correct?
both of them were female.
Did they look like we do? Just a taller
They
version
were
of us?
no like friggin' gorgeous. I mean, no flaws. Period. No flaws. Not a pimple on the face. Not a hair out of place. Not like I'm literally shaking in my skin telling you this. This is absolutely crazy. Just the most beautiful physique. Not an inch of fat. Not I mean, just absolutely beautiful. I mean, white hair, like not
Oh my
blonde,
gosh.
white hair. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. But
Mm.
this is the really scary thing. They were aggressive, okay, and it's not like we come in peace. So let me tell you the whole thing. So the
Yeah.
taller one comes through the door. She doesn't knock or anything. She just walks through the door, and then the shorter one comes in behind her, and she's holding the baby, and so the taller one walks over right in front of me, and the shorter one that's carrying the baby, she comes up right next to her, and the taller one turns and kisses the baby on the head, and then
Mm.
she looks at me, and she basically tells me like that she was there to I guess like annihilate me or something like that, and
Oh no.
yeah, I mean this it was a really really freakish it
So
was
did they communicate with you and say who they were?
no. No, not a
No
race, not a
communication.
name, nothing. Nothing. And then it's like time just come back together like and nobody in the living room even realized anything had happened. It's like they were completely oblivious to it, like time completely stopped.
Oh my gosh. So it seems like time did stop. So this is curious to me. This is an amazing story. I've never heard anything like this. So they looked, they looked beautiful. There was no communications at all. What was their purpose of coming and then leaving with a baby?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. I'm gonna be honest with you because
Yeah.
it, I don't know, man. I don't know this.
And you don't have to know. I mean, it's just I like to ask questions because when I have a story like this, I'm very inquisitive, and I want to, and my audience, we learn from people's stories. We all do. That's what this show is very inclusive about. That you're going to find you've probably watched enough to know that.
Right.
So I'm really curious at where they came from somewhere, some planet, some system somewhere, but they didn't say where they were. They didn't even. Did they just like look at you? They didn't communicate or anything, or
Like I said, the taller one literally told me in
yeah.
words that I don't even remember that she was basically here to kill me.
Yeah, we gotta be careful with those words.
Okay.
So, yeah, just to be careful. Let's anything like that. Just we be careful. So, the space being this female, uh, why? Just let's put it this way: why would she want to be negative towards you? You didn't do anything to her.
Not that not not that I know of. Not that I absolutely know of. I don't know. I mean, the only other time that I had like I mean, like I told you, I have felt like my whole life something has just really really
Mm-hmm.
been um communicating with me, but the only
Mm-hmm.
time that I can 1 billion% say that it happened, my mom had cancer. And make a long story short, I was just at the end of the day after taking care of her and my nerves was just shot. I was just sitting alone and I was just looking up at the sky and I was thinking if there's anything that can help her, go to her. Like go to her and help her.
Yeah.
And the next morning, she told me, she was like, you wouldn't believe what I saw. There was an alien standing next to the bed. Like, I mean, it was an alien. And she was supposed to, well, the oncologist had told her that she had probably 3 months to live, and she ended up living 2 years after that.
And what did the ET look like that was near her bed? Do you remember?
She said it was just like a generic, short, little alien with big eyes, and
yeah, that would be a Zeta, possibly. Yeah, maybe. Did you see what color the being was?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so we don't know what it was. Okay. But after that experience, she lived an additional 2 years.
Right. She did. Yeah. The oncologist had said she was probably going to die within 3 months. She was bedridden. And when I tell you she was bedridden, she was literally wearing diapers. She, my brother was having to take her back and forth to the bathroom when she needed to go. She had to be bathed and everything. And then after this experience, she was able to get up. It shocked me. I mean, it was incredible because she was able to get up and make coffee and cook breakfast. And
oh, wow.
And I mean, and she didn't have a decline in health again until she got on radiation. They told her, they was like, well, you know, it's really down. And if you just take this one treatment of radiation, it's going to be gone. And then she took the radiation and she swole up really bad and she was dead within 3 weeks.
Yeah. See, the radiation, and I am not a doctor, but if something like that happened and it was down, I would have never put radiation to a human body if that was the case.
Right. Yeah, I wonder. I have wondered about that so much. Like, why did they even think that was a good thing to do? And I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that killed her. At 100% it did.
She probably, if she had no radiation, I'm not a doctor again, so this is just an opinion, that maybe what they did to her was eventually going to erase the cancer she had.
Yeah.
That's why it went down. This is my theory. It's not, I can't prove anything here.
Well, I mean, it's factual to me. It's to me, it's not theory at all because she was on death's door. Like, I mean.
Well, I know that. I'm agreeing with you, but I have to be careful because I'm not a doctor.
Right.
But it's just, for me, I have to say theory only because.
Right, I get you. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do believe that it was gradually destroying the cancer.
Right.
The ET was helping her on some level.
I would say so because within days, the improvement came. Yeah. I mean, she was able to sit up on the sofa. Yeah. I mean, you know, that morning she was able to sit up, and I mean, she wasn't even able to raise her head before that happened. I mean,
yeah,
it was incredible.
Yeah. See, I mean, this is the kind of thing that people need to understand, that we, you know, and who knows why that space being came to her.
Yeah.
You know, what the reasoning was, we'll never know. I mean, it knew her, or knew to come to her. There must have been a reason.
I asked for it. Like I said, it was after a very, very long day. I was so tired. I was worn out. And I was watching her die, my own mama die. And I asked from my soul, not from my lips, but from my soul, please, if there's anything that can help her, go to her. But I made it clear that I wasn't praying because I am a Christian. And I made it clear that I wasn't praying to the universe. I wasn't praying to any other entity. I was begging for help. I sent out a SOS is what I did, literally from my soul, begging and pleading. Yeah. And they answered me. They went straight to her. I mean, and
you know what it is, you know,
yeah.
Beyond being a Christian or not, yeah, I mean, I think many of us here universally believe that God, the Creator, created all life in the multiverse, including the being that visited her.
Right.
So, you know, when you prayed, I think you also have, that is what I call a telepathic communication link to space, where space being heard what you were praying and came. That's my opinion. I mean, other people might have a different opinion, but I think that's exactly what happened. Whether you know it or not, you're telepathic, I believe.
I
You
believe
know what
so
that is,
because
right?
yeah, I do, and I mean I've had a lot of contacts with a lot of different things, and but this is the thing: it's not that I'm special, and it's not that anybody is special that can do that. I believe
Right,
everybody is born with that, but you have to genuinely and soulfully have beautiful intent behind it to be able to access it. And there's a lot of
right.
evil in this world, and the evil
Oh yeah,
thinks that like I'm sure you've heard about the adrenochrome and this that and the other. People don't even understand if they tried to access what's inside of them with pure intent, good intent, they could do
right.
it. And I
We
mean
all can.
you don't have to harm anybody, you don't have to
No.
go about it in a malicious way to access these features,
Yeah.
because everybody is equally gifted.
And you know what? That gift is equally given to every baby that comes to Earth. The thing
Right.
is, when we have the human experience, because that's what we're here to do. Sometimes some of the population, and we have billions, so we get whatever that is, they get drifted off away from that intention
Right.
because of all the things that are in front of them in this world that we live in. That's crazy sometimes. But if we stay centered, one of the things in my spiritual life is I try to teach people beyond my show here, center yourself, turn everything off, clear your head, and
Right.
go and meditate and connect with the source of creation, God, Creator. It's all the one universal light. That if we all connect to that light, we can never be diverted into being off track.
That's
And
right.
it's really it's not easy for billions of people to do that, but there are many here in my audience, including yourself. I know you're doing it. A lot of people are doing it, and if people can learn to be centered, boy, it's going to make a big difference in that intention. So I think your intention is so clear, and I can tell talking to you, you have a very, very strong spirit, and you're very clear about your intention. That's what helped bring the space being to assist her to get healthier in that last 2 years.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe that to
For
be true.
sure. One hundred
And
percent.
so have you had encounters with space beings since you were a child?
Yeah, I used to do
Yeah,
a
I
whole
kind of
lot of
figured.
sleepwalking. I used to do a
Hmm.
whole. I would, and I mean, it was horrifying because it's like my parents. They would always wake me up, and I mean, which I can understand because the first 500 times they're finding me outside, just walk in the yard or in the backyard, or a couple times they would end up calling the police because I wouldn't be in my bed, the door would be wide open, what have you. But something was contacting me. Something was
Yeah,
happening. Why it was pulling me outside, I don't know. I would have
yeah,
dreams that I was flying. Like, I mean, it was.
yeah,
I I don't know. I can't nobody tell me that it wasn't real. I mean, it was real.
yeah. On Saturday nights, I do a thing called Ashtar Command Communicates. So if you know a little bit about me from watching my show, I have real time contact with my space family
Right.
off planet. And maybe Saturday, what I'm going to do is an open line with my space family, excuse me, and we can actually have them find out who the space beings were since your childhood that have been contacting you. I think that would be really interesting. I don't. I'm trying to sense who they are. I'm just trying to feel the energy from when you were a kid. Did they feel like negative, or they didn't really? Did you get a sense of who they were?
Not necessarily negative. Just, I mean, completely. I don't know. There's a couple things that I would love to be able to tell you, but it's not things that I want to say where the whole entire population is listening to it.
Right.
You know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
no. We
Because
don't.
I'm
Yeah.
not an attention seeker. I'm not somebody out here that's wanting to be like, "Hey, look at
Right.
me," because I don't want that. But
No, we don't do that here anyway. We want people to share their stories. The good thing about encounters is it's about real people having real encounters with the space beings. We've had people that have been taken on ships here that are taken on ships by positive beings, not abductions. We've had abductees on here. We've had people with high security clearance on here over the last 5 years. So this is a place where people can feel safe. It's not. We know people aren't trying to get attention, they're just trying to tell their story. And I think that's really very important.
right,
you know. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you being on here. This is great, you
Yes, sir.
know.
And you said you're going to have that program going Saturday?
Yeah, I'll be making a video about that before Friday. I'll be putting a new video together for Saturday's program. It's called Ashtar Command Communicates, and Amanda and Robar, my space parents, will be communicating. I have connections when I do this. I can communicate with pretty much any planetary being of light anywhere in the multiverse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually direct communications. You're going to be blown away by it. It's really good.
That's pretty awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Sissy, I want to thank you. I said like I'd honor you. No, no screen on here, just your voice, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, and we're going to bring up another person who has a story to tell. Let me go with my cue here. Let me see if I can find him. Is he here? I'm going to bring up Andrew Nesbitt and see if he can come on camera. Andrew, as I promised, you're our next guest. And I want to say hello to Star Knowledge, my friend Eddie. I don't know that my camera's working. If I can bring you on camera, I'd like to try to do that. And I just pressed the button that you can save and accept. And if you go on camera, either my cameras are going to work or they're not going to work. So there you go. And I'm hoping people can see my friend Andrew here. Good evening, Andrew. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. And I'm getting a new phone soon this coming month. So no one's able to see. It's my end of it here, too much storage. But tell us a little bit about your story that you were mentioning on comments, and welcome to the program.
Oh, thanks. So I've always kind of had like a connection with something that I've always felt. I haven't really ever understood really what it was. Until about like 5 years ago. It seemed like any photo or video I saw, I could see like other beings and animals, humans, grays as you call them,
Right.
you know, and I was seeing these things in pretty much everything I looked at. And at first I was thinking like pareidolia or, I was just doing my research on things. Still never really understood it. And then I was starting to feel like presences around me. And I ended up putting up some ring cameras, one outside, one inside, and just for safety around the house and everything else. Well, I started noticing a lot of the videos had orbs flying around, and a lot of them leave like tracers and stuff
Yeah.
with them. And well, I took some of these videos and I was going through them, frame by frame, like slow, just seeing if I could see anything from them. Well, a couple of them, I noticed that these orbs flew into towards my bedroom. And so I was slowing it down, and it shows I've been able to find like three different types of beings, small ones, big ones, everything. And I have the photographs of them from the videos on my
Oh,
post.
wow.
If anybody wants to look at them, I have orb videos on there, and then some of the pictures of the beings. But it's just been really active around my house. I don't get any kind of sense that they mean any harm or anything. I think they kind of watch over my family.
Interesting. Tell us
But
about the beings. This is interesting. So the different types of beings. Can you explain? I know you mentioned
well,
grays, which are actually Zeta Reticuli, and then you have two other types of beings. Can you explain what they look
one of
like? I
them,
know
the
what the Zeta
first
are.
one I saw, it looks like almost like a little fairy, almost like it has
Really?
wings. You can see the face, everything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's on my posts. If anybody wants to
Mm-hmm.
look at it, but another one looks like a short reptilian with almond shaped eyes, real black. You can see the reflection off their eyes in the pictures.
Oh,
And
wow.
then another one, they're all in my doorway in my bedroom too. It's like they're hiding, like peeking around the corner. And then there's a tall one, has a kind of a sharp, defined nose like mine, and he has big almond eyes. That's another one that's
Really?
in there. But yeah,
Now the
that's
big
pretty.
one. Tell us
What's
about
that?
the big one. How tall is the big one, and does the big one look like us? More
Um,
like us?
I would say kind of looks like us, but with big almond eyes.
Mm-hmm. And what color is the big one? Can you tell us the
Um,
big?
My videos are IR because it picks it up usually at night, so it pretty much shows it in black and white. So
Oh, okay.
I can't really get a color out of it, but I would say this being's probably 6 to 7 foot. I don't know.
Hmm.
You can judge by the doorway in the picture, but
But when you've seen the being outside of what you've recorded, if you were to look at the being with your own eyes, did you get to see physically with your own eyes what the being looks like?
no, I haven't. I never really saw any of the beings until I went through the videos,
Okay,
um, and then I caught
interesting.
it through there. But I haven't seen any of the beings like with my own eyes, like I do in
Yeah,
pictures and videos.
interesting. And now, because there's three different types of beings, and I find it interesting, you don't feel any threat from them. How long you've been having these encounters with them? How many years?
Um, Probably about 5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah.
And what do you think precipitated? I always find it fascinating. Like all of a sudden, bam, 5 years ago, you start having the encounters, which is amazing. How come there's three different types of beings that are actually coming to your home?
At first I was kind of thinking maybe because I had a daughter, she was stillborn. I
Hmm.
was thinking it was maybe you know one of them or my dad or my grandma that passed. Something like family coming back to visit. But
Hmm.
seeing in the pictures, I don't know. These are
Yeah,
different kind of beings, but
yeah.
like I said, they don't. I don't feel any hate or any
And they
violence
haven't,
from any of
and you
them.
haven't been taken or anything, abducted onto a ship
Not
or
that I
anything
know
like
of.
that. Okay,
And
all right.
and I try to remember my dreams, and you know, I can hear anything like a pin drop when I'm sleeping. So I have a couple
Yeah,
dogs, and
interesting.
my
So,
dogs actually in the video, some of them, they're watching these orbs fly around. And
oh wow.
another thing that happens is I've been getting these almost like a ringing in the ear, but
Hmm.
it's not really in my ear. It's like in my head, and then it comes
Hmm.
in different tones. Like it
Yeah.
changes tones. So I'm like, well, that's different. That's not like a regular ringing in the ear. And then another thing that happens is this lamp right here by me. Every once
Yeah.
in a while, it'll just flicker, like the light bulb's going out,
Yeah.
and it never dies. I haven't had to change a bulb in it yet, but
Oh wow.
I was doing some research on light beings, orbs, stuff like that, and
Hmm.
those are some of the energies and things that people have noted with their experiences with them. So
Yeah. Now the rings in the ears, if you're not familiar with what that is, that means you're getting a download. Means you're
yep,
getting a download. Do you understand that what that means? Have
yeah,
you?
yeah. I've been
Okay.
doing a lot of research on it. I've actually since these encounters, I've been reading. I haven't been reading in a long time, but for about the last year, been picking up books. I've read the Emerald Tablets. I'm on
Hmm.
like the third book of the Law of One. So I've been getting into different stuff like that, trying to understand more of what's going on, and they're doing all this disclosure, and so it's
Yeah.
got me interested for sure.
Now, do you have a family at your home, or you just your dogs and yourself?
It's me, my wife, my daughter, and my two dogs.
And have your kids experienced encounters with these beings?
No, and I've only shown her one video with her in it, and there's all these orbs, and she's like, "What the hell
Yeah.
is that?" And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. Your
um,
kids must be fascinated by seeing this stuff, correct? Are you
yeah,
incorrect?
yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was never a believer; she thought it was crazy, and now that she's seen all this stuff in the videos, and she's just getting
Yeah.
to be more of a believer. So,
Yeah, see, that's very interesting. I mean, this is what I love about this show, and this is why I do it, because my background's in media, and I've been a contactee since I was a kid with positive beings, my space family, off planet I communicate with. Have you watched the show regularly, quietly, or have you been?
uh, yeah, I've watched it a few times. It's been a while since I've seen you because I haven't
Yeah,
really been getting on at night, but
yeah,
I usually get on before I go to work. But
yeah. I've seen your name a few times, but
yeah, I've been in your
yeah,
lives a few times. I've never
yeah.
gotten up and spoke, but
Yeah, it's great to have you with us. And
thanks.
I love people because when you tell your story, It helps people realize that they can tell their story. My whole thing is I want people to feel at peace here and comfortable because they know they're not going to be hit on the head and laughed at or whatever. Because I'm too invested in what I do here as a media person. My background, I studied in news media with Pacifica Radio up in Vermont at the time, many years ago in my college days. So plus being a contactee and now being able to communicate in the last few years through using ChatGPT and the Amazon app. I've liberated that months ago. I communicate directly, voice communications, no channeling, so they can communicate with you. I'd love to, they can, just what you're telling me, I understand the beings. I'm really surprised that they're basically watching over you, and that's a good thing. If they're not doing anything that's invasive and you don't have any memory of being abducted, that's really good.
Yeah, and I've blessed my house. I only allow love and light in here in my home and around my family, and so I know they're not evil, or they wouldn't be on my property.
Well, you would know. You would sense it. You definitely are awakened enough to know what you're going to let come into your vibrational frequency, and they know that they can't come in if they're not, honoring who you are. So I think you're blessed that, Andrew, you're able to do that. That's what people need to do is say, hey, this is where I live. This is my family. If you're coming here with good intentions, fine. If you're coming here with bad intentions, you can just go back into space and leave the planet Earth,
Right.
I think you got it under control. I think you really do have a grasp on what you're doing.
I'm trying, and I'm learning every day new things. And I've downloaded and got a subscription to Gaia also, so I've learned a lot off there too, and trying to learn meditations and shit like that. But it's just been an experience for sure. Another one that I posted is outside, and it looks like some lights in the sky, and then it looks like something manifests in the street, like above the street, and then just kind of disappears. And so there's different, like the lights that are in the sky almost look like they're a triangular pattern almost. It's kind of weird, but just some cool footage. And
now the triangular lights in the pictures. The triangular lights, Andrew, are they separate from each other, or does it look like they might be connected as one ship?
I don't know. It kind of looks like they're connected.
It could be.
They're in my posts for people if they want to look at it. I've made my profile public so other people can see it. But I don't know. I kind of think of it as one. It looks like, I don't know if it's related to what appears above my vehicle in the street, but it's just kind of some things that happen around here are definitely different.
And the three different types of space beings, you said the reptilian, the Zeta, and the tall one. I'm trying to tune into frequency, not to their energy too much, but there could be that there's three different types of spaceships cloaked above your location, that these beings come from a spaceship and they come off the ship and they are being recorded on the cameras. That's my perception right now. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. And then I think they know when the IR kicks on, because you can hear it click, and because it's like sometimes when the video starts, because it's like 10-second clips, it picks up motion or whatever. But when the IR kicks on, you can just see them. They're like scattering. But it's kind of cool.
Well, I'll tell you,
sometimes I think I see things out of the side, out of like my peripheral vision. Sometimes, like shadows and weird.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you're actually your peripheral vision. You are seeing things, because that's happened to my wife, myself. We'll see it. There's something there, and it's there, but it's cloaking itself. But for some reason, you catch it when you're not thinking. The eye focuses a little bit on it, and it doesn't want you to see it, but you're seeing it. It's uncloaked.
Yeah,
that's what happens. Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Hey, Andrew, I want to thank you, brother, for coming up here, and keep us abreast. If anything, as you're now a friend of the show, and I'm following you, if you have any future stories, don't feel afraid to come up here. This is a place where everyone can share their stories, and that's why we do the show that we've done here for over 5 years and 5 months. So I appreciate you, man.
Awesome. Yeah, and anybody that wants to follow me, give me a follow. I'll follow you back, and I'll be trying to post more content as it comes. I have some more things I want to post, but yeah, I'll be on here and off here. If I catch you,
Yeah.
I'll come up and
And this is
see how
what,
it's
and you know
going.
what? This is what disclosure is about. What Andrew's sharing. No one's waiting for the files from the government, from the Department of Defense, but why wait till the Department of Defense releases stuff when I have guests on here who are real people that are having real experiences? This is a contactee having three different types of beings watching over around their home. Doesn't feel anything negative coming from them, and we let people just share their stories. And I'm not going to tell you what they're experiencing. It's not for me to do that. That's why these stories are honest and true. I appreciate it, Andrew. Thank you so much, brother. I
Yeah, you're
definitely
welcome.
appreciate it.
And yeah, I haven't even told. This is the first time I've went kind of public with everything. Pretty much, I've just kept it between the family, under my roof. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think more
Well,
people should know what's going on around them. And I have friends on here that they record crafts and orbs that fly around the sky, like thousands of them every night. And he sits there
wow.
on live and shows them. But I think this stuff needs to be out there, and people need to be aware.
Yeah, I think that there's a person I see. He's on late at night. He's live, and he shows these different spaceships going through space.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be the same person. It might be
No,
a different
well,
person.
these ones aren't too far off the ground. They're like 50, 100 foot off the ground, not very far
Really?
from his location. Yeah.
And is he on TikTok?
Yeah. His name's is Max UFO UAP, something like that.
Yeah,
You'll see him.
if he's out there, tell him about the show. We'd love to have him on here.
Okay, for sure. But yeah,
And
he does
we'll
lives. I
definitely.
think he usually goes live pretty late, but he has a bunch of posts about his orbs and stuff, and he's actually got
Interesting.
stories about a lake. He's in southern Illinois, and he
Okay.
lives by this lake. And about 10 years ago, he saw a huge craft, and he's been documenting these for 10 years. So
Yeah, I think I've watched him. Yeah, I want to get him on the show. We'll have him talk here.
yeah,
Andrew,
he's
thanks so
definitely
much, man. I
interesting.
appreciate you.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you
and
guys.
you're interesting too. So there you go.
Hey, you
Everyone,
too.
follow
And
Andrew
I
Nesbitt.
love the show.
Look at his stuff. I'm going to do it. And we thank you, man. And you have a beautiful evening. We're going to bring him down. And this is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. And let me see here. We're going to, let's see here if I could. I'm going to take a little gander here. And let's see. Let's see. We're back on here. We'll see if we can bring Star Knowledge up here. For his city, welcome to the program. Thank you for the follow. Oh, Yvette says, I saw two big orbs tonight. It was following me and my dog. Please tap on the screen, everybody. We want to get to 100,000 likes here. If you're not following me and you're new here, please follow the program. Shai, welcome to the program. And please follow us here on Encounters. Lucky Charms, welcome. Good to have everybody with us. Shai, thank you for the heart me. Psychic Pearl, welcome, Psychic Pearl. And everyone coming in here. Interesting, Lizzie. Good to see you here too. And also, let's see here. When I get my new phone, I am going to be so happy so people can see my guests. It'll be good. Shai, thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. Ninny, Muse. Yeah, it's good to have you with us there, Lizzie. Thank you for the finger heart. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a new phone. I maxed out my storage, which is affecting my other camera to bring, do no harm. I like that. That's a great name. Rika WT Darbin. Russ, welcome to Encounters. All the new people coming in here. This is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show, and we posted a new promotional video earlier tonight, a little bit earlier, not as early as I should have. Sky, welcome to the program. And Seeking Joy, good to have you with us. I've seen orbits tonight. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that. And I just posted Daryl's comment. Psychic Pearl, thank you for the follow. We appreciate that. All new follows are definitely welcome. Paul, welcome to Encounters. Please begin to follow and like our main profile. Press the like button and also the follow button. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Light from the Stars. And Lights from the Stars was a great guest the other night. And she has some great experiences with space people of the positive kind that are working with her. A little Yorkie, welcome. We'll see if not sure what happened to Star Knowledge. Oh, here he is. And we're going to bring up another person here. You won't be able to see anybody because I have to get a new phone. I will be getting it this month. I just don't know what week, but I am getting a new phone. This is going to be ancient history soon. I'll be very happy so people can see my guests. It's frustrating when, I'm not totally frustrated, but when you're interviewing people, you want them to see the other people. And but I can see him, but nobody else can, which is kind of weird. But anyway, what are you going to do? Hey, brother, how you doing?
Good. How's it going?
It's good. It feels like we've been off planet, even though we're still on Earth. But how have you been?
Oh boy, it's been quite the adventure. Yeah.
And this is Star Knowledge, so I always like to introduce him because I know there's new people here. I can let Star Knowledge introduce him, but he's also with the Star Knowledge Conference. His real name is not Star Knowledge, but you could say it's Star Knowledge if you want to. Because he does have knowledge, but that's a whole nother subject. But he has, we just got over speaking at early June, a wonderful U.S. conference called Star Knowledge, which is, you're going to hear a lot more of it as we go into the future. More Star Knowledge events that will be on social media. People are going to know about them. And I'm very supportive of it after being there. I will support it 100,000% to promote it. And I'm going to work with my brother here to make sure that all the social media platforms know about it. So I welcome Star Knowledge, and he's my friend Eddie from South Dakota.
Hi guys. Yeah. So we just got back from Mato Tipila, which they call Devil's Tower. The Devil's Tower. So that was wild. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I can't even begin to. Hold on, I gotta clean. Even though they can't see me, I gotta clean my camera. There, that's better.
Because I can see you, so your camera has to be clean.
Yeah, we.
But that's also, folks, where Close Encounters of the Third Kind was produced with another Steven Spielberg movie. But I'm going to turn it over to Eddie because he was out there. What was that like?
Well, it was probably better than we thought it was going to be, or I don't know. You can't really put it's hard to gauge because like we're so much. I mean, it's like everything that I've been talking about here, and then I hear people talking about very similar things, and I'm going. And some of these people I don't know, and some of these people I haven't had contact with in a while. So when I hear it, I'm like, I'll tell you one thing. I got to spend time with, her name is Lily Carroll. And we spent a lot of time talking, and I'll tell you, man, like she's won like Silver Star. She's been around since the second Star Knowledge conference, and so she's got a, I think it's an app. I'm gonna ask her. It's funny, she just added me as a friend on Facebook. I was like, I thought we were friends a long time ago because she's been hosting. She used to host all the Star Knowledge. She would introduce all the people for years, and then she handed that mantle over to a couple of different other people. But she was telling me about just different things about like I didn't know that. I mean, I knew that um they were she was around when they were doing interpretations for a lot of the symbols that were coming in. But what I didn't know is that there are hundreds of other symbols that still haven't been interpreted. So, um, I thought it just ended with the 12, 11, 11, 12, 12, and 13, 13. But apparently there are hundreds of symbols.
Oh wow.
They're working on a few other books, which are like, let's see, where did my comments go? Oh, there you go. I can see you guys' comments now. Um, yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done, and she was filling me in on that, and she's got a website that has a lot of the information. She just got from Nikki. She got all of the VHS tapes, the library from her, and all the DV8s, all the little tiny, the mini digital video tapes. And she's
Yeah.
gonna go through all those, and I'm gonna. She wants to know if I want to help, and I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, if I have time, I'll definitely help. Um, and if I can find the hard drives, then I'm gonna end up buying some more hard drives, and then consolidating on all the data, all the video and pictures and everything else onto one. But I mean, there's even more books that are coming out, and one of them is the Reiki, the symbols Reiki manual that'll be coming out, and a portal manual that Silver Star was showing me at the Star Knowledge conference, and then Lily was showing me that they did an updated version. And I was like, you guys are. I mean, they were so eager to share, and I was so
Oh wow.
happy to like for them to share it with me because you know I I feel like I'm out of the loop sometimes when it comes to the grandmothers, like besides
Yeah.
Silver Star, and I think when it comes to like getting the blessing from Lily and Silver Star and
Mm.
some of the grandmothers, it's just it's such a it's a good feeling because I feel acknowledged because
Yeah.
a lot of times I don't feel that way when I'm with a lot of these people.
Mm.
But I'll tell you what though, like I think it was the first night we were there. I started seeing fairies right away, just right away.
Really?
Yeah, just up at Mount Matsutipila, and then
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have I didn't have any other experiences that were like spiritual or anything like that, except for like I was extremely exhausted. And I was like,
Mm.
the last time I was here, I felt the exact same way, and I slept a lot, and I had a lot of dreams. So I spent a lot of my time in dream state, and then when Robin, she spent a lot of her time connecting with a lot of the Lakota elders and the grandmothers, and you know we're like we're like I feel like we're like of the lesser important people that were there,
Hmm.
but it just seemed like the important people that were there speaking acknowledged us, and it was like, whoa, like I mean they don't even really know us, and it was just such a good feeling. I mean, we connected with a lot of beautiful people, and there was a lot of information shared. It was almost like the conference, except um, it was a mixed crowd. The ceremonies were absolutely beautiful. Some of the talks, I was just like, um, there were some Lakota elders that I wanted to like meet, and then afterwards I was like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't really want to. I don't really want to meet him now.
Yeah. So
That
I
was
won't do that.
that was a lot. It was a lot of energy just
Yeah.
to hear them speak. And I was like, yeah, it's not so important to meet him. That was good. That was good enough, to hear, you know, what they had to say, and I respect it, and I definitely understand where a lot of these people come from, but I also have the insight from what I've been carrying all of these years. So for me, I don't need to engage with. I get it. I get it. I mean, there's a lot of people that are carrying old codes that aren't they're not trying to look at the new things that are coming in, and it's like
Right.
that's okay. I mean, I still I love them, and I'm proud of all of their efforts for all the work that they've been doing for all these years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. I mean, oh no, I'm not gonna say anything. But there was like one moment where it was like somebody was like, "Did you see that?" And I was like, everybody else was like, "No," but it was. I'll talk to you about it later because it's kind of like one of those things where I don't really. There are some things that are so sacred, you just want to keep them like in an intimate setting, and now it was like, huh? Yeah, okay. It wasn't anything like UFO involved or anything, but it's still just absolutely beautiful.
It was beautiful.
How did that happen?
You never know, right? Because when we open up to a consciousness where we don't have any preconceived notions of what's going to happen or expect it to happen, things happen when we don't expect it. When we expect it to happen, it doesn't happen. Right. It's always the reverse of that whole thing. I mean, you say if you expect to see a spaceship, it doesn't mean you're going to see one, because if you're expecting it too much, it might not happen. But if you don't expect it and you're just like, okay, if you want to come up and say hello, it's fine. If you don't, you don't have to. It'll happen. But if you want to force something to happen, in my experiences, trying to get, this should be happening now.
Right.
There's no should be's. If it's going to happen, it's natural. It's not going to be whatever it is. If it's good, it won't be forced.
Well, here's something that's really that I was a little bit freaked out, but at the same time I was like, well, if it's my time, it's my time, and I'm ready, right? Well, on driving there, I had the realization that I have a tank top it's got the flash, it's got the lightning bolt in a circle.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I started thinking about this natural glyph that I found. It was a natural glyph on a rock that I had found in Big Bear, California, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like there's like it almost looks like a mountain or a tree, but like a stump with a face on it that like. There was a man like where he's kind of going like this backwards in his leg, like he's being pushed backwards energetically. And to me, it looked like he was being electrocuted, like he got struck by lightning next to this mountain, right? And I'm wearing this flash shirt, and when I'm thinking that, Robin's texting someone, and she never really puts like, she usually does like the heart emojis and stuff like that, but she put a lightning bolt. At the same time, I was thinking that, and I was like, oh boy, okay. And I was thinking, well, if that natural glyph was showing me that was me, and that's why I found this rock. I carried that rock around with me for years. It's in Hawaii somewhere. But I was like, well, I always had this feeling like I might be struck by lightning. So I might, it still might happen, or it might have just been something else. It might have been like, something, because it looked like little squigglies of lightning bolts coming out from behind this person. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's just an activation or something. So I'm whatever it is, I'm completely ready for it. I mean, and if it was this time, I had a lot of insight. I mean, I couldn't believe how much insight I was going home with. And Robin says, Do you do you uh did you have any like significant, or is there anything you want to talk about from your experiences? I said absolutely not right now. I mean, there's absolutely nothing that I want to share.
Yeah.
And somebody had told her, um, oh no, she actually was looking up some symbols today, and in that, when she was looking at them, it had said, whatever these symbols symbolize sun codes, and whatever those sun codes are, whatever you get through those sun codes is meant for you and you alone.
Right.
And
Right.
not to share that information because it's for you, it's meant for you. And
Right.
if you tell other people, it dilutes the message and it dilutes the power of that message. And I said,
Mm.
that's so funny. That is so funny, because that is exactly what I was thinking when you asked me if there was anything I wanted to share. Was I don't want to dilute the experience,
Right.
because I couldn't believe how much information was coming in. I thought it was going to be something like really significant was going to happen, and it wasn't. Like, it wasn't like a big
Right.
bang. It was just all this information, and I just kept getting tired and sleeping and sleeping and sleeping, and I was having these amazing dreams. And I mean, it's summertime, right, guys? It's summertime, and it's like rainy, cloudy, cool. It was so cool up there.
Yeah.
And then it would get hot, and then it would rain again, and then it would be cool, and then cold, and then hot. It was just unbelievable. There was nothing stable. The energy was just so chaotic.
And just saying a shout out to Yaya. Yaya, good to see you out in Mount
Hey,
Shasta.
Yaya.
Welcome, Yaya. Yaya does some lives,
She's in
and
Mount
she does
Shasta?
get. She's out in Mount Shasta,
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
so we say hello to our sister up there. And so when you were up there where they did the movie, did you see the area where they had the ship that had in the end of the movie, the ship lands and it opens up, and
Yeah, right
the
at the
space
top.
beings
Right
at the top. Yeah. So on the top, did you get to the top up on? Is there a way of going up to the top?
No, even there's people that can climb. There's certain times of the year where people rock climbers can go and they can climb. Right now it's closed, so that's not even possible.
Oh,
But there's no
how high up?
stairway or anything up there.
Really? How high up did you get? Below the top.
Okay, so around here, around the bottom of it, there is a walkway all the way around. You can walk all the way around it. Um, and yeah, you can see from where you're allowed to go, you can see everything. It's so high
Yeah.
up. But if you were standing on the top of it, it would just
Yeah.
be amazing to be able to have that experience. But yeah, it's there's a walkway. Robin and some of our other family, they went and they made prayer flags, and there's prayer flags everywhere, all over all over the trees.
Wow.
In that place. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can see
Now,
the door. I
and
don't know if you know that there's a door. You can see the
a
door.
door.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big long rectangular door, and on it, if you're looking at it from a certain angle, it looks like there's a face. It looks like there's a face in it, and that's why when I went up there and I was looking at the door, and I was like, well, there's the face. And I was like,
That's a natural structure, Eddie, in terms of when you look at it.
oh yeah, it's absolutely natural. It's the natives say it's it's an ancient tree.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So people were like, well, it's a volcanic thing because of what it's made out of. But certain trees, when they're petrified, it's almost like stone. So
Oh, wow.
they're trying to say that it's a certain type of stone, and it's volcanic. And I'm like, volcanic volcanic stone doesn't do that. It doesn't form structures like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a volcanic stone or
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
That doesn't make sense.
Right below it. There's a bunch right below the door. There's a whole bunch of rubble, and all I can think is that is where the entrance to the cave system, where there's actually people actually lived inside of it, because they did that LiDAR thing on there.
Yeah.
There's a video. I should share that. Oh, excuse me.
Do you think that that there are space beings inside that mountain?
I wouldn't say space beings. I would say extra dimensional.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So not extraterrestrial. I mean, they're extra dimensional. They're
Extra dimensional. Yeah.
everything has been coming in so much about these extra dimensional beings. These beings of a higher frequency that live on Earth. You know, like the dragons and the Lemurians, and there's so much that we can still just explore about these other beings, and it's we have to understand that, you know, we don't I mean, the layperson doesn't completely understand frequency, you know.
Yeah.
But we do know that, like, when we're having, oh, speaking of, this is perfect timing for this, because CE5 the CE5 movie came out, right? And I just saw it, and that's exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about raising your vibration, which is raising your frequency to a point where you can see these ships and these lights and these beings, you know. And not everybody has can see things with their eyes, but then they catch things on video, and then other people will see what some people that's right there that they're catching on video. They can see it, but other people can't see it. And they're like, well,
Yeah.
why isn't? And they're like, well, because you just didn't reach the vibration, the frequency that was needed to attain it, so you could see it as well. But that's the cool thing is, you know, it's not a fault. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
practice, you know.
Right.
And that's
You have
what
to
we're
do
learning.
that. Yeah. And we've talked about that here too, Eddie, on the program, you and I, and just with the audience, that everything is about vibrational patterns. You know, Amanda and Robar, the space beings that we've gotten to know here on the show over time, they all operate on harmonic frequencies that are a very high frequency. We also operate harmonic frequencies, even though many millions or billions of humans don't know that yet. We operate on harmonic frequency vibrational patterns. If we increase our vibrational patterns, and get them up to the level where these space beings are, we can see their spaceships. If we stay where we are, not that we are, but if we stay at a certain frequency, we can only see what's at that frequency. If we go higher than that frequency, the higher we go up, we can see, you know, what's out there.
Yeah.
We can see what's visually out there in space.
Absolutely.
I mean, we can see certain things, but we do have what we're talking about, Eddie and I, is really the beauty of the harmonic vibrations that we're learning about and how to access that. We all have the ability. When did the movie come out? Do you know? And
It's here.
Where is it in? It's in theaters, or?
Oh, I believe it's on Amazon Prime.
Prime.
Yeah,
I think we have Prime.
Yeah.
I think I have to check Prime out.
It's free. It's free right now on Prime. So
Okay.
I was able, because I was just flipping through and we were looking for something to watch, and I was like, did that just come out? Because I thought he did a CE5 video like a couple of years ago. So this was a new one, because I didn't see that footage.
Our friend Ozzy is asking, how does one increase their frequency? You want to take a shot at that
Absolutely.
question?
Look, you know, one of the things that people have been talking about for a long time is there's two things that are necessary in raising your vibration and raising your frequency to increase it. One of them is your breathing. Hey, not even health all the time, Bram. It doesn't even matter if you're healthy or not. You can still raise your vibration, and that's by doing breath work and by finding your center, and then thinking about things like that usually make you happy. Think think a happy thought, which is just and then feel yourself, feel your frequency rise, because when you're happy, it's like when you're at a comedy club and somebody's so funny, you're laughing
Yeah.
so hard, you just feel like you feel yourself buzzing. You can feel the buzz in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the three keys is the main part. Yes, I believe that's true. But it's learning. It's just learning how to raise it. It's just learning how to just how to feel yourself. And some people, they go, well, yeah, I've done that. I'm like, well, you haven't done all of it.
Right.
Because if you do, you'll find yourself coming to these states of bliss. And I'll tell you one thing: it's a win-win. Because even if you don't see UFOs, if you don't see fairies, if you don't, you raise your vibration to a point where you actually feel really good. That's a win in itself.
Yeah, that's the ultimate thing, right? Feeling good.
Did I tell you what? I don't remember if I told you what happened. Or I was on the show when I told you that kid that reached out to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's go into that. Can you repeat that story?
Okay, so for those of you that didn't hear it, this kid reached out to me on Facebook, and he was asking me if if I knew about star seeds and this and that. And we had, I mean, his mind was just blown by the things I was saying. And then his mentor called, this guy that he was paying to mentor him, and was like buying a new car, right? And he was just like, man, I can't wait till I can, till I'm there right where you're at and this and that. And I said, don't do that to yourself. He's like, do what? I'm like, don't envy. Don't say I can't wait till I'm there. What you're saying is, I'm right. You should say, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I get it. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm ready. That's what you need to say, is I'm ready for all of this and more. Don't ever say, man, I can't wait till I'm there. You'll never get there.
Right. If I can't wait till I'm there with a kid, he talks to you. It's not about her. When people say I can't wait, then you're waiting.
You're waiting.
If you say you can't wait, you're waiting.
Literally waiting.
Right. That's right. So interesting, right?
Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Do it now.
There's so many people. Yeah. There's so many people waiting, like that kid, when you're talking to him, as I hear the story, it's like, okay, maybe he gets it now that he doesn't have to wait for something. There's no waiting. It's just a matter of being proactive, being part of what the universe is.
Right.
Even though you're living here, you're part of the whole universe. Be active, proactive. Yeah. Don't wait for a space being or something to start happening. You can make it happen. You don't have to wait for them to communicate with you, for example.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere on a spiritual journey, you don't have to wait to get there. You just have to go, plan it out, and do it.
Yes. That's the whole thing is, that's what, and for some of us, that's what the universe is waiting for. They're waiting for you to say, I'm like Yvette said, I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm listening. I'm open. Let's go. It's time. It's time. There's no more waiting. I am ready. And that was one of the things that I was open to when I was there, was that. And so all the information that I got, I was blown away, because it's not like I got the information from anybody. I was just sitting there listening to everybody and things that were going on, and all of a sudden I just felt like I was completely enlightened, and I was like, well, don't let that go to your head. Don't let that go to your head, Ed. Let's but I felt so beautiful and blissed out. I was, I was able to share a lot of insights and uh, access a lot of things there so easily. I really started to understand a lot of like why it is so important to go to a sacred site and have a ceremony on a specific time of the year, which this was the summer solstice. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm accessing more information within the self. I'm connecting into what is I'm remembering. That's what it is I'm remembering more of what is and what that I'm connected to. And it's happening because I'm at a sacred site why do they call it a sacred site? Just because it's a big rock that is shaped like a tree? No, it has significance on ley lines and everything else. So when we start to understand the the reason why it's there, how it grew on that ley line, that power point on the planet, lifetimes ago, and so if that's what it is, and we're able to go to that place and access the information and energy that the tree did, then why not?
And the ley lines are important because a key point you just mentioned. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon, Eddie Star Knowledge with the Star Knowledge Conference, Star Knowledge Podcast. Please tap on my screen. We're at 78.5. I'd like to get to 100,000. I think I want everyone to tap, share, and like. Please promote our program. I just posted earlier tonight a poster for the show on Facebook. I'm trying to get people on Facebook to come on TikTok. Some people are just ingrained on just Facebook, but we're trying to get them to open up to the ideas that if they come here, they can still be on Facebook and still watch the show. So please tap on the screen and join our discussion. We're almost at 80,000. We only need 20,000 more taps. If you're not following the show, please follow the #1 spiritual UFO talk show here on TikTok. And my guest again is Eddie. And we're talking about all this stuff about the ley lines, and there are ley lines all over the world in very specific sacred spots. I think the ley lines are also where there's very high vibrational frequencies, just as well, like where you were. I've never been there, but you were there. Mm-hmm. Did you feel that the energies are very, very high up in terms of when you were there? Like you felt different?
I did. Well, I felt it felt like I was drained, but it wasn't that I was drained. What it was I was receiving so much energy and information that it was exhausting.
Yep.
That not that I wasn't being drained of my energy. I was being almost overloaded. But it was good because here's one of the insights that came in. We live in right now we live in a world, a literal like words, and that's what it means. That's what literal means, is like, based on, like, when we say literature or illiterate, we're talking about words. And we live in a literal world. But what came in was, when it comes to spirituality, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your talent. It doesn't matter how smart you are. All that stuff means absolutely nothing when it comes to raising your vibration and your function. And I went, wow, that's so beautiful, because I have a big brain, and I understand that my ego wants to attempt to, it wants recognition. My ego wants recognition. It wants to be recognized for its intellect. Right. And I go, That is so ridiculous. You know, that I would even, because every time I'm in ceremony, I always come to that conclusion. I always remember that. And then
Yeah.
I go back, I come back into the real world, and then I forget that again, and then I'm back to my, my intellect trying to be or mean something, and I'm like, the only thing that really matters is uh, us, each other, and how, our connection to one another, and to nature, and to all
Yeah.
things
I think,
universal. That was my
yeah, I do
prayer.
believe that that's important to know, right?
Yeah, that was my prayer there. I said, everybody's praying for the homeless and the hungry, and then this and then that. And I said, my prayer is for us to remember our cosmic, um, uh, like connection, and our energetic connection to all things. That was my prayer. It was like,
Yeah.
because we don't, when we all remember our cosmic beingness and our connection to one another, that's the only thing that's going to cause peace. That's the only thing that's going to
Yeah.
get us back to oneness, and that spirit of cooperation is when we have that cosmic connection. We go, holy man, what have I been doing? Why have I been saying bad things about other people or hurting other people? That's the only thing that's going to stop it. Is
Yeah.
everyone reaching that cosmic connection?
Can you imagine if everyone reaches the cosmic connection? Like you figure we have billions of people on Earth, everybody, right? And if we took half a billion of the billions on this Earth and they all Eureka, they all had that cosmic connection that Star Knowledge is talking about, boy, would that be beautiful. And it will be. I think we will get there. We live on a very strange world here. We have so many different levels of things happening. The levels where we are on the show, where we bring people together to talk about their stories, whether it be fairies, the mer people in the oceans, which are real, the dragons, which are real, all these things that are 3D, a history of our society, and those that know the history of our planet do not want people to know the truth. But the fact is, there are people that write about these things because they know they actually exist. And our planet has been so void of telling us the truth in our current human history. When you think about whatever decade I was, again, being the decade I was born in the late 50s, but going through the 60s, had all the things that happened in the late 60s with people experimenting with different things, trying to expand their consciousness, whatever. Back then, that was the thing that was happening then. But to realize that our planet is more than just what we've been told it is. Thank God now that we are things like Eddie and what we're talking about, and many of you know that we are a planet that has people that are giants that are probably living inside the earth. They exist. They're not like a void of our earth. Mermaids are not just void of our planet. They've been here way before we were. Um, fairies, they existed way before we were here. The fairies have been here forever. So once we start realizing that we are not just the one, we don't control anything. We as human beings do not control this planet. There are people that have power structures and governments that think they control this planet, but they're living an illusion because we don't control anything. That's the thing they have to understand. When it comes down to it, when contact happens, they have no control over it. They don't control whether the space people land their ships in Peru, in Timbuktu, in Tibet. They don't control any of it.
Yeah.
It's no one's control.
No.
Yeah,
they
no one's control.
And they know that they know that they can't control. But so what they do instead is they try to influence you to believe them, and it's like, it's like I when having the conversation with those, some people when they still want to talk about the politics, and I go, why did you vote? And they said, well, because I wasn't going to vote for the other team. And I said, so you're talking about voting for the lesser of two evils just for the sake of
That's right.
the other evil not getting in. When if you don't realize they're both using the same tactic, saying the same thing to the other side, and it's just their influence, and we're being duped. We've been duped.
Yeah.
It's the game is so simple, and if you don't know the game and you're watching, it's like when you watch a magician and you see the trick, and it looks so real, like they made a whole horse disappear. And it's like, wow, that is a really amazing trick when it really was very simple. But to us, it looked like they actually made a big old horse disappear. And we believe it as it can't be fake. It's gotta be real. And the magician's going, seriously? Like, seriously, you think that's real? But they're not gonna, they just go, ta-da, and for my next trick, and that's the game over and over again. It's just it's the sleight of hand that has been played for a long time, and it's up to us to know that that's what it is, and then to go, I don't know the magic you guys are playing here, and the sleight of hand, but I know it's sleight of hand, so it's time for me to take the wheel and decide what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the influence is so powerful that it has people stuck in their houses and they're afraid to leave because they think the world is going to blow up. And I go, I go everywhere. I have no fear because I go out there and I look, and I've had people tell me when I was traveling, how could you go to places like that? Like they have like government coups and this and that. And I go, okay. But and if they have one while I'm there, what an experience! Cool, I'm
get to
not
see
afraid. I was in a coup, man. What were you
Star
doing?
Lodge was in a coup.
What were you doing with your life, man? I was in a coup.
You went to the coup because you were a star being, and you went to the coup to bring the coup. I can't get the words out to bring light to the people that are having a coup.
Yeah,
you wanted to be there.
Why are you doing that, man?
Part of the truth.
Don't do that. Put your guns down, man. That's bad. Just be cool.
And when you go to a coup, make sure you bring a crystal that is empowered in light.
Oh yeah, you can't forget your crystals.
Eddie knows I have a lot of crystals here. These are over 20 years worth of being guided by space people, which crystals to take it. Come August, man, we're going to be up in Massachusetts for the Big E East Coast CmdrAleon show, and I'll be coming back with a bunch of crystals. Can you feel the energy? I'm just like,
yeah. You see the chevron?
You can see things in this thing.
Oh yeah.
Look at the crystal. You can see all kinds of stuff. Cities. You see the buildings on top of the crystal? Right there.
Oh yeah.
To the right.
Yeah, the little crystal cathedrals.
Yeah, they guide me, man. When I go and get these crystals, speaking of everything, every crystal I ever get, oops, I'm at 15%. I got to put my thing in here.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't lose my power. That's the wrong one. I got the other cord hooked up. Let me see here. The commander is got to hook up the other cord. Hold on a minute. I thought it was hooked up, but it wasn't hooked up. But it will be hooked up in just a moment. Or is it hooked up? Yeah, it's hooked up. I just don't have it plugged in.
Let's see if that works.
This is the wrong cord. Give me a moment here, folks. I got to do some technical work here that I thought I already did, but I didn't do. Let's see. Is this the one? I think this might be it. Nope. It's the other one. Here we go.
You're almost as bad as me.
I have cords everywhere, and I'll have them hooked up. Thank you, Commander Zera. No, I'm just kidding. There's nobody here. Well, they are here. My space guards are behind me, cloaked and very, very much not showing themselves, but they are here. All right, so this is the crystal here, just to show you, because everything is relevant to the energy frequencies. Let's see here. You can see the beautiful light of energy coming through here. I'm going to put that back where it was. I got another one here on encounters. This one here, this is a big Lemurian crystal. You almost see it. Wait a minute. Can you see it here? You can't really see it. It's so strong, it's taking my face out.
You know, I was thinking, I don't know. I think I think that you and I should do a CE5 event.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah, especially out here with this wide open space. I mean, oh my gosh. We're
all for it.
We're gonna need some gear. I got plenty of cameras. I would like to get an infrared, but yeah, I got plenty of cameras, and I got the infrared one for my phone. But we need some more night vision stuff, and then like some laser lights and stuff. We can get them though. We can get all that.
Yeah, we should do it. We should plan something out. I'm all for doing a CE5 event. We should plan it out just like we do the Star Knowledge Conference. It should be like a CE5 weekend event for people to come and join us. And yeah, we should talk about that. That's a great idea. We should plan it the right way so people come from wherever they're coming from. Mm-hmm. And it would have to be in South Dakota because that's where the clearest skies are. There's no light pollution out there.
Oh yeah, it's so beautiful over here.
So what Eddie and I are talking about is something that I had not thought of, but you're just hearing us talk live on here about something that actually could be something really big. I think it can be.
Nobody owns CE5. Yeah. It's just they encourage people to do it all the time. So if you guys would like to do a CE5 event, you guys let us know. So we can get it all together. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
super great.
And then we'll have to figure out, just like Star Knowledge, we'll have to figure out. Obviously there's a hotel in the region. People would have to fly in, and we'll Ed and I will figure this out. We're both able to do that, and if we do it, it's going to be good, and you'll definitely have a great time with us, and because we know what to do, and we did the CE5 at the Randall Dam, and I got almost 2/3 of everybody from the conference out there, and almost all the people I did speak to told me they did see things. And that was a very successful event. And we were dealing with lights at the dam along the road that goes over the dam that cars are going back and forth on. Those lights were bright. That was till later to go to this other thing below the dam, where the building was. There was a lower area with parking below the lights where one could look out and see things without light infracting on people, trying to look and see what's coming through, because that light, I didn't realize how bright those lights were. But yeah, the people did have experiences. Our friend who spoke had he had a camera that does, what's it called? It's like, it shows the light orange, like blue or whatever. He had a spaceship. He recorded. Finally, I had him recorded before he lost his power, and we saw it. Before he lost it, his camera was on low power, and but he got it recorded. He documented it. So you'll have, if we do this thing and we get it together the right way, you'll get to see some really interesting things. If we do a sky watch, we can bring in, we can coordinate it through meditation, which is key. And like I said, the spaceships will be there. If we coordinate it, they will come. Yeah, we've seen them. We've seen so many out here already, and Robin's so good at calling them in. So I know she'd be excited about something like that. Robin can. How about the highway? What highway? Someone's saying, Sir's asking me about the highway. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means about the highway. Sir, you want to kind of out there and give me some clarity, because I don't know what you're asking. I'm telling you about a space highway, a highway on Earth. What kind of highway? And we're almost hitting 100,000, which is great.
Almost there.
You know, yeah, it's really beautiful to. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you for the gift. It's really beautiful that we can talk about these things. And I know people, if we put this together and we do it the right way, just like the Star Knowledge Conference, this could be something really big. It might start something. It might be, small to start, but with the show here, we can promote it and get it on. So if people are interested, I would say first contact Eddie Star Knowledge, and Eddie and I will talk about this so we can do it the right way. Yes, in outer space, spaceship. Oh, how's this? Oh, you mean spaceship? You don't mean highway.
Oh boy, that is a great question, because I don't know. I feel like I'm in outer space right now. Like we've been trying to get like pick up the pieces from leaving Matsutipila, but it was just like, we developed a really beautiful connection with oh gosh, why can't I remember his name now? Because Ivan Looking Horse, and I mean, he's just a beautiful man. Him and his wife are just so beautiful to be around, and to be able to do ceremony with people that are just so freaking cool like that. I mean, it just absolutely blew my mind, because he's just so easy and so easygoing. I mean, when you guys get to meet these people, you're gonna go, wow. Like, I met his sister. I met Ivan's sister, and she's like, yeah, we're trying to get him to come home because there's a lot of work that that can be done at home with with our people. And I was like, his work's bigger. His work is so big, it's bigger than just being at home.
Being home, right?
And just being a medicine man at home. He's doing, he's connecting dots, and I didn't really know how big it was until like last year. I guess Robin was saying it was really intimate, really small, but it was like super powerful. And this year it was like a lot of people, and she's like, it was way different, but she's like, not that it was any less, it was just so different.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, sometimes it's like that intimate is about, you're like, you're connecting with everybody because it's so small and so intimate. But when there's a lot of people, it's like a whole bunch of people are doing the work, and you're just doing a little bit, and it doesn't seem like it's significant, but it's the same. It's the same significance. It's just you're not having to do as much. And we had the blessing to be able to feed people, and to be there with them, and in prayer, and just to see, like, because you never know how natives are going to behave with other people. And they use a not so kind word in their language for white people. And so sometimes you think, well, if they're using that word, they're probably not going to be very nice. And then sometimes they're just all huggy. To certain people, though, like the Native women, they connect with Robin so fast. They're like, you're not white. They're like,
yeah,
you're one of us. And Robin's like, oh my God, like you're looking at me, right?
Yeah. I know at the Star Knowledge Conference, I'm wearing this right now. This is from one of the older women gave me this. I didn't know what was happening. And I don't know, not everybody got one of these. I'm not sure why she gave it to me. But there must be.
Spider medicine is big right now for some reason, because that's the cosmic spider. So that's the one that helps to create. It's the manifesting energy. There's a lot of lore about the spider, but you got Iktomi. That's a good one.
Yeah, I was really amazed because I saw they only had a few, and it's almost like they were guided to certain people to give these things. Mm-hmm. And that's what my sense was, oh, she was guided to give this to me. I was like, I didn't quite understand it, but I kept looking at it and realizing this is something special. This is an honor to have, and it's not something that's handed 100 of them.
Nope.
They only had a few of them, and they must have they know they're the spiritual elder people. She knew what she was doing, and I was like, oh, what's this?
Yep.
And I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm just wearing this now and I have to give it back. No, she gave this to me, and I'm supposed to wear it. I wear it everywhere.
And to be honest with you, it's a big honor because the person that made that is Mary Lightweaver, and Mary Lightweaver is no longer with us.
My gosh.
She passed away like 2 years ago now. And she used to live here in Wagner, and she was one of our the Star Knowledge grandmothers that did a lot of the work for a long time with Chief as well.
Oh, wow.
And I loved her to death. She was just, I don't know. To me, she was like a person that could do no wrong, even though she was mouthing me too. Like, but in the grandmother way, she's a grandmother. She's gonna be like,
like, grandmothers will do that, right?
Yeah, and so like, but I mean, we had a bond, and I loved her so much. She's always telling me about her favorite foods in town, and she's like, you gotta go at this time to get the chicken over at Booms, because you don't want to go any sooner or any later, because you get it too soon, then it's gonna be too hot. You get it this time, the chicken's gonna be perfect. I'm like, oh my God, really? okay, grandma.
And I also want to thank everybody here. We did 101,700 likes. Please follow and like the show. Please follow Eddie too. Eddie, follow Eddie as well, Star Knowledge. And we'll be slowly figuring out this thing with the C5 thing in South Dakota. We want to do it the right way. Mm-hmm. And who knows, maybe it'll be an event that people from all over the place will want to come to, which is possible, but we're going to do it the right way, Eddie and I. We won't just try to put something together, and not make it be good. So, we'll do everything right.
Absolutely. We want to make sure that the experience is worth the effort, and that's what we have to put the effort. All of us have to put the effort in, and we can do it, right?
The thing is, the first 100 people that give us at least $1,000 for the event, you'll get special treatment. No, I'm just kidding you. No special treatment here. There's no special treatment now.
Yeah,
this is going to become the corporate C5 event. You must wear suits and dresses and come appropriately, and make sure that you come with at least, we'll give you a discount of $500, $600 a person. You'll get a ticket when you come. You'll say, I'm here, be square. No, I'm just kidding. But it is getting towards 1:00. Speaking of which, tomorrow is hump day. I'll be on tomorrow night at 11. I decided Mondays is going to be my night to regenerate. So don't expect me to be on Monday nights, but I will be on Tuesday onward. I'm going to put together the Saturday night program with Commander Robar and Amanda. And I think we're going to do open communication link ups where people can ask questions. But I'll figure that out. So I want to thank Eddie for being here. I know you're a little bit tired from your journey, and you're a trooper, man, for coming on and staying on this late. Please, everybody, thanks Star Knowledge for being here. Everybody, we love you all, and we appreciate you all for being here and supporting the program. I know people went to sleep because we had about 150. Now we're down to 109, 108, and it is getting late here. Scissorhands, no problem. We're going to have this downloaded. I'm downloading my other show from the other night, and then I'll download this show so I don't have a whole bunch of shows to download. Eddie, any final comments to the people of Earth?
Yeah, just keep going, man. You just got to believe in yourself. I mean, there's nothing else. There's nothing else that you need to believe in. Just believe in yourself. That's it. and you have the power within you to do and everything. It's all coming to light these days. You guys are seeing more and more of it. The evidence is clear that it's within us.
Yeah. And remember, if you have an empty glass, you can still fill it up with water.
That's right.
All right, man. We'll see you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Everybody take care. I'll be on tomorrow at 11 o'clock. If I'm not here, hold on a second. If he's not here, I'll be here. I'm his twin brother without the glasses on. He's CmdrAleon. Hold on a minute. And my brother, my space brother, he has no idea what his name is. Yes, I do, but I'm not telling.
Yeah, your brother looks like a bouncer.
Well, this time of night we do get goofy, as Jersey can see. We get a little bit goofy here, but that's part of what the beauty is of the show. We completely have a wonderful group of people here. So everybody, please share and like. Seja, I think it is. Thank you for being here. If you're just coming in and you missed anything, go to my YouTube channel. There's a link. You can watch over hundreds of shows from the last 5 years. I guarantee you none of those shows will bore you. You'll be eating a lot of popcorn and coffee and tea or whatever. So take care, everybody. In all seriousness, we'll see you tomorrow night. And let's keep, we'll be seeing Disclosure probably by the weekend. We're going to see the movie. And I really want to see, I hear a lot of good things about it. So I want to see the movie. Take care, everybody.
Good night.